Castorol is a film podcast filled with dubious opinions, plot spoilers, and a healthy sprinkling of bad language. Thanks for listening.
Take a much loved movie and stir in a different cast. Add a hint of nonsense for a flavor that will last. Garnish it with fun, film facts, and food for the soul. It's a tasty, yummy, silly, funny movie casserole. Casserole.
Hello and welcome to Castorol, a movie podcast hosted by me, Jim, and my two co-hosts, Sam and Nick, who each episode take me usually kicking and screaming as we review one of cinema's much loved and adored films. This week... Sorry, what did I just say? We're doing...
films.
I was doing a bit. Oh,
He was doing a bit.
I was doing a... Fuck's sake. See, I'm...
He's so good.
Fucking hell. Go on, go do your bit.
Did he watch the film?
Go and do your bit.
He don't remember.
I don't know, did I?
Do you know what? That's perfect. We're doing Memento.
Sorry.
That was a bit too cheerful.
Do you remember? Yeah. It's a film about wife death. Oh, hey, wacky.
Let's do
right.
it again.
No, I think that's good.
You sure it's gone?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's Castorol. Why not? It's our usual shite.
Do you know, last week we didn't really talk much about food.
I know.
Well, I've been
going
away
on?
for 2 weeks, so plenty of food to chat about. But before all of that, for all your casserole needs and how you can support us as a show, just head on over to casserolpod.com. Guess I should try and remember who these two idiots are. Here they are.
Yeah. We've been trying to forget Jim for years, haven't we?
Well, actually, sometimes I wish that I could erase all memory and come back and meet him for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I think there's nothing quite like hearing one of his absolutely mental opinions.
That's true. To be
For
fair,
the
though,
very first time.
if you had a Polaroid of Jim in your pocket, you'd just be like, steer clear.
That would be the handwritten note underneath it. Yeah.
Don't believe his opinions. Get out.
He'll try to talk to you
Yeah.
about sarcasm or about satire.
Yeah.
Don't listen to his
Doesn't
lies.
understand satire. I need another Polaroid. Doesn't get. We'll
Loves
have pocket
rebel
cheese if needed.
So, how have we been?
We've been good.
You two have been away, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, one of us further than the other. Both with beautiful weather, though.
You lucky duckies.
You're going away next week, though.
I'm going away this weekend, in a couple of days.
Nice.
Cannot wait. You know what I'm looking forward to most?
The weather?
Yeah. But more than that, hotel breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything better than a
Which
hotel
hotel
breakfast?
Oh, well, we can't probably say.
I mean, I guess it depends on what country you're in.
It's going to be continentally, I think.
continentally.
Because
Yeah.
my breakfast was not great.
It was not good.
Well, I mean, it was, but the only options really were egg. So if you liked egg, you're in for a winner.
In all its forms? Or?
Just
Well,
as a
yeah,
warning.
you had poached, scrambled,
Wait,
fried, egg bread,
just as a
omelette.
warning.
Egg bread.
I want to
omelets.
spend at least the next 10 minutes talking about this. So just as a warning,
Sorry.
if you want to find out about Memento, skip
Yeah.
at least 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Just when you say egg bread, do you mean French toast?
I mean, also bizarrely, chips. They had chips at breakfast.
Stop it.
I mean, there was, I kid you, one kid.
Ooh, continental.
I'm not joking, one kid at breakfast. They did not have melon until the evening meal. 7 mornings in a row before I got bored of it. I had just a plethora of egg.
Jim, I didn't know they had a jacuzzi here. And you're just sat in a pool just farting constantly.
I saw people just piling shit onto plates and just walking off. Anyway,
Another one just slightly further on.
we're not a travel podcast and we're not a food podcast. We're a
Not
film
yet.
podcast.
Wait, we haven't got to dinner.
No, fuck that.
Patreon.
Sure. What have we been watching, if anything?
Yeah, I watched something. I watched 2 things actually. There was a series on, I believe it was ITV or iPlayer, something like that. It was called The Guest. Have you seen this?
No.
Like a 4-part drama. Like,
If it's what I think it is, I've heard good things.
Yeah, there's like a cleaner woman that gets like drawn into this web.
Who's the lead?
No, there's none of them are like names.
Maybe it's not what I'm thinking of. Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of. Then.
But it's interesting. It's like a whodunit. It's like 4 parts, and it's it's quite fun. And then film-wise, because the film that we're doing this week is, I think, would be safe to say, one that you can't just sort of put on and not concentrate on. I watched the exact opposite type of film, which I have seen before. It's called Sisu or Sisu. It's like
I
the
recently
World War
watched that.
II
Yeah, action
finish.
revenge.
Yeah, it's like the most Tarantino, non-Tarantino film I've ever seen.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
It's really great. Yeah. You seen it? No, you haven't seen it. I think you'd like it.
I think you'd like it.
I think you'd really like it.
It's just all-out action.
Yeah.
But it's well-paced, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's really
And
well paced. It's like a tight, 1 hour 30?
something like that. Yeah.
It's nice. It's good. It's what I'd call like a palate cleanser film.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But that's doing it disservice.
And
There's a second one coming
Sisu,
There.
is that just SISU?
out. I think so.
Yeah.
It's like finish.
Oh, I'll check. I will
When
look
did
it
it
up.
finish?
We.
Sorry.
I will.
Guys.
Oh my god.
I will look that up. I've actually managed to watch some stuff, despite obviously being away. I have watched a film that I was actually quite looking forward to, despite not having read the book yet, which is The Thursday Murder Club.
Oh, I watched that as well.
Really, really good.
Yeah, that is good.
Really, really good.
It was alright.
Stellar cast.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren was brilliant.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the cast was, if that makes sense.
I'm
surprised they attracted.
I think
all
I was
of those
expecting a different type of film personally. Obviously, I was based on the title. I was expecting more of a murder mystery focused film, but obviously it wasn't.
people. Yeah,
So I think the title is a bit misleading to that regard.
I think it's quite a sort of world building book and therefore film, because I think he's now
because
done
there's
another one.
there's 4 books total.
So I think he's kind of set up the club and then
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah, I was expecting a bit more of like the murder mystery focused on,
Yeah.
but it was good. It was enjoyable. Pierce Brosnan's great.
Pierce Brosnan's great.
He's really good.
Ben Kingsley,
Yeah, he's really good.
Come on.
David Tennant for a little bit.
Yeah,
it's good.
Richard E. Grant.
Yeah. It's a stellar cast.
I mean, Richard E. Grant's only a small part, but
Yeah.
it's still he's excellent.
Scene stealer.
He is a scene stealer.
It's just him and Helen Mirren when in the scene, and it's a good scene,
Yeah.
really good scene.
Yeah,
Nice.
What else have I watched? And I've watched the first 5 episodes of Alien Earth.
yeah. I still haven't started that yet.
Come on, because that's what I'm going to talk about.
I really enjoy it. I think you're way off base with it. I think you focus too much on the fact that it's on Disney Plus.
Do you not think though it's just so un-alien-like? Until I'm going to talk about
I
episode
don't.
5.
I think it's very alien-like.
Really?
I think I personally would not have put the Xeno in it though. Me personally,
Then it's not an alien.
It's not
film.
alien film.
well, no, because
Yeah.
no, it is because you
No,
don't.
it's not!
Well, no, it's just alien by name. You don't have to have the Xeno if you've got a product that you're proud of, and don't rely on the Xeno.
No, that's ridiculous.
Don't straight off the bat go.
That's the most iconic
No,
part of it.
That's
though.
ridiculous. That's
Yeah, but
like
no.
saying there's a Father Christmas
Right.
film without Father Christmas.
Did they have right in the first Alien film? Was the Xeno in it from the word go?
No.
No, wait, hang on.
No.
Don't interrupt me then. So they can build up
There we go.
in the series to the unveiling of the Xenomorph.
Fine, I agree
You
with
don't
that.
have to go straight off the bat. Here's the Xenomorph.
I agree with
Because especially
that.
when you've got this ship full of specimens,
Yeah,
which
that's-
each in themselves are cool.
See, this
So
is
you
where
could
I've got a problem.
have the series focusing on that, knowing all the while in the background, you've got the face huggers there. We can be exploring all that and slowly introduce it. Let the synths have their moments. Let them be the really creepy parts, which they have some really creepy elements themselves. Don't just go, here's the Xeno,
Do you not think it was all
for the
a bit-
first 3 episodes.
all a bit live-action anime though?
No.
Odd.
I mean,
This is
the
thing.
second
All the
the second-
Neverland
The second
stuff
episode
is
was
odd.
because it was just the Xeno just flying around killing everything.
No.
But I think that was just really unnecessary.
I don't mean that. I mean the whole concept of the children in the synthetic bodies, the multiple references to Peter Pan, Neverland, all that kind of stuff. Like so much of it is don't get that sense of claustrophobia because it's taking place outside of the confines of a ship, apart from a particular episode. Did you not feel like it just really broke the whole what made Alien so good and such an effective horror in the first place?
Because it's a different product. You can't compare the first film to this TV show.
And I agree.
And I think the whole
different. It's totally
the whole
different.
Peter Pan elements of it is down to the whole. Is based on what you've got around it. You've got this prodigy guy who is creating. He is essentially Peter Pan, and because he doesn't want to grow up, so he's seeing. Obviously, the whole point of him putting these terminally ill people in the bodies is to see if it works. So ultimately, he can probably put himself in it himself.
Do you know what my wife said about it when she was in the same room it was on, and I was continuing to make my way through it, thinking it's got to come good at some point. She took one look at it and was like, "There's too many weird looking people in."
I
looks weird.
I think personally,
Striking
you've
people
kind
in
of focused too much on the fact they've included Ice Age and Peter Pan. And I think that's ruined it for you because you've done a gym. I think you've done a gym on it, and you've done what I'd have done. Oh, that's just shit now.
No, I just think there's too many instances where they break the realism of the world building they're trying to do. That's what I felt like was
seen
jarring.
it, but from the stuff I have seen and from what I've heard, I'm slightly concerned about the fact that, like, they've said, like, oh, there's different specimens, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I've seen the eye octopus thing, and I've seen a couple of scenes of that, and I'm just like...
It's okay.
Why are they trying to build another bad? Like, the only way I can see that would be good, and obviously I don't know if they do this, but I don't think they do this, is, like, if the ship crash landed... and they were specimens, and like most of the specimens are fine, they're like whatever, they don't matter, but there's this one thing that they're hunting, and you think it's a big scary thing, and maybe it kills a few people, and they're hunting it down, and they capture it or they corner it or something, and you think, oh my god, that's quite a scary thing, and then it's been impregnated and the xenomorph comes out of that, and then you realise that thing was just the like low level boss, and this is the motherfucker. I could see that being interesting, but the fact that they seem to be doing this thing where they're like lots of specimens and lots of different things, and like, oh, it's not all about the aliens, other thing. I don't give a shit about other creatures.
Yeah, because we get that from so many other media. I think. I would agree with that. I think. So I've been slogging my way through it, hoping it's going to.
I think you're doing a disservice by saying slogging.
Well, for me, I am. For me, that's my experience, though.
You're making it sound a lot worse than it is.
Well,
I think it's
and I'll give you.
I think I'll tell you, you're the only person I've heard give it a bad review.
Well, I'm not the only person I've heard give it a bad
You're
review.
the only person I've personally heard that said a bad thing about this show.
Well, let us know. I'd love to know in the comments. Anyway,
Right,
talking
enough
about palate
of that.
cleanser, the other thing I watched, which was amazing, was another Alien film, and I finally watched Romulus, and I thought that was a much better Alien film.
Romulus
and just
is
like you
good.
guys have said, I would put it third in terms of good.
I mean,
Alien
I haven't
films.
watched it, so I think it's Sam.
I think
I'm yet to watch it. It's the one I'm going to watch.
Romulus is good. It does fall into the pit of like maybe too many homages and callbacks, and they said
It
the
is,
line.
yeah. You know what
But,
you're
I
getting,
mean,
but it's done well.
There's some really interesting stuff, like the 0G stuff is really interesting.
Yeah.
like
It's scary. Like there are scary.
Yeah.
At no point through Alien Earth have I felt any kind of fear at all. And I don't know. Maybe that is what's removed. It. Just like this. None of this feels scary. I don't care what happens to any of these characters at all. They could all get their faces melted off in the next scene. I wouldn't be too upset. Anyway, that was just my take.
Well, I mean, that's really interesting to hear your memory of that film.
And just like that, I've already forgotten it. So,
My opinion or yours?
yep, disregarded it.
Just like all good advice you've ever heard.
Yep, just disregarded after about 30 seconds because I forgot to write it down. So yes, this week we are doing Christopher Nolan's Memento.
But will Jim's praise be stamped across his face like a hastily done DIY tattoo? Or has he found the whole thing to be a fruitlessly frustrating flabby flop of a film? Let's find out. In a non-linear narrative, we follow Lenny across 2 time sequences as he uses an elaborate system of photographs, notes and tattoos in an attempt to uncover the person who killed his wife and caused his condition. Released in the year 2000 and a critical and commercial hit, the film follows Leonard Shelby, played by Guy Pearce, who suffers from short-term memory loss and the inability to form new memories. Memento is a psychological thriller film written and directed by Christopher Nolan. Hey, did that backwards, did I?
You did it backwards.
I did it backwards.
Just like the film.
Like the film does it
The
backwards.
film does it backwards. It was good. I instantly picked up on that.
Oh, nice. Because I did it because I started at the end.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Christopher Nolan's debut film. I mean...
So come on then. I believe it's you that put it on the wheel then,
Yeah.
Sam. So why?
Well, so this is really interesting. My wife actually introduced me to this film when we started dating, and we were both into films and stuff. I think she was kind of desperately trying to find a film that she'd seen that I hadn't, and this was one of them. And she was like, "Oh, you gotta watch Memento. It's like one of my favorite films." And yeah, I watched it then, which must have been like over 10 years ago. The first time I watched it. Well, when did we start dating? Yeah, like years ago, and then since then I've seen it maybe once or twice, but I haven't seen it in a long time. But it's just stuck with me, like just being one of these like I'm a video editor. Like my day job is that, and I have no idea how I would edit this film. It must have been an absolute just mind fuck. Like there's stories going forwards, there's stories going backwards, there's repetition of scenes with things changed. It's just one of those films where you just sort of sit there and you marvel at how it was made, how somebody actually kept it all straight in their mind, and then the kind of sort of uniqueness of the story, which is just really interesting. And I have to say, personally, I'm not a fan of Guy Pearce, but I quite like him in this. He's all right. Later on, I've done a bit of a recasting, which I think would be quite spicy.
Oh,
but
interesting.
yeah, I just think it's one of these films. It's tight. There's maybe 4 or 5 people in the cast.
Yeah,
And
really,
it's
really
just-
small
It's
cast.
just a really interesting film, and I think it was one of those ones where, like, when we were trying to think of films, I was like, yeah, Jim's definitely not seen this, and I want to know if this film fried his brain, or if he kind of got it.
I've never seen this.
You'd never seen it?
I've never seen
Well,
it.
first time viewing as well then.
There we are. You see.
Well then we might as well. Let's go to you first then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing as it's you always like to come to me last. So
I don't like the way you maintained eye contact with me when he said that. You always like to come to me last. Okay.
I enjoyed the watch. I liked a film where it was like I need to concentrate and figure out what's going on. I agree. I thought Guy Pearce was really good in this. There's part of me. I don't want to spoil your recast, so I'll save it actually. But I had someone in mind throughout. Like I thought, I wonder if they'd gone for this person first, and I found out that they had trying to get that person.
You won't spoil my recast. So who was it?
So it's not Brad Pitt.
It's not Brad Pitt.
Okay, I was thinking like Brad Pitt, Seven kind of era. Like
So
I
Bear-
could absolutely see him.
but I think it's because he looks like Brad Pitt in Seven.
He kinda- yeah.
He's got like the same. Obviously, his suit's kind of like the same colour to the jacket that Brad Pitt wears. So I think he would just look too much like Brad Pitt from Seven.
Yeah, and actually, do you know what? There's something about Guy Pearce in this that, because he's, I don't know, maybe a little bit more sort of, is he more clean cut than Brad Pitt? Is he a bit more
Very much.
sensible?
In this film, I'd say he is.
You say he is?
Guy Pearce in sort of everything is a bit slimy.
I think that's what helps you buy into the fact you buy into what he is obviously his made up, what he's led himself to believe,
Yeah.
right? In terms of it's his suit, it's his Jaguar, it's his all that stuff that all becomes unraveled by the end.
Yeah.
And I do think I think that obviously the whole narrative, the 2 different timelines, one going forward, one going backward, is amazingly done. I think it's incredibly clever. I just felt a little bit let down by the way that everything came together at the end, and I almost wanted a bit more of like a climax and an explosion, like boom, motherfucker, that's what we've been leading to. It was almost like when it all happened, I was like, oh, that is the end then. And but when all the pieces fell into place,
Yeah,
it was
I think
pretty amazing.
the moment when what's the name of the cop?
Lenny.
No,
Teddy.
Teddy.
Teddy. Sorry,
Who's
Lenny's
brilliant, by the way.
He is.
Joe Pantoliano.
The only thing I know him from is the Bad Boys films.
The Matrix, mate.
Matrix.
The
I mean,
bad
I've
guy in
watched The Matrix once.
What the fuck?
Are you kidding?
Why is it every episode?
I've watched it
Find out
maybe.
you
say stuff.
I've
and
watched
it's
it maybe
mental.
once, and probably. I think if I were to watch it now, I'd probably call it one of the most overrated films ever.
Oh man.
Well, hang on, right?
I
Pause
do
the
not
fucking
get
recording.
the hype around the Matrix.
Are you kidding?
Are you absolutely kidding?
No,
But that's like on paper, like your film.
no, it's not.
Come on.
No, it's not.
Surely.
It's kung fu, guns, sci-fi.
But hang on.
killing.
From what you remember, which is better, The Matrix or Alien Earth?
Don't
Get
do
out,
it.
get
Don't
out.
Say
Well,
it.
get
Don't
out of
say
this
it.
room.
You
right now.
can't compare the two. One's
you
a
can.
series, one's a film.
Which is the better media?
All right, which is better?
A series. I would rather watch
no.
a series than a film.
Right, hang on.
Not in
Right.
general.
Not in general. I was going to come up with a different comparison. Which is better, Matrix or Rebel Moon?
Stop it. Because we know what he's going to say.
I'm going to say Rebel Moon
Oh, fuck me!
because I've watched it more recently and I know how much I enjoyed the film.
He is like in Memento.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah.
It's that what you've done there is you've picked one that I've watched maybe 20 years ago and one I watched a year ago and gone, which one did you prefer the best? It's going to be the one I recently know the most.
We might need to put Matrix on the Mega Wheel because
He has technically seen it, though.
he has technically seen it.
So you
yeah,
haven't watched any of the sequels, then?
I haven't watched the third one or the fourth one.
Yeah, I
I wouldn't worry about any of the
I wouldn't.
sequels,
Yeah,
to be
just yeah.
I've seen the first two and I don't recall.
just that first one. That's arguably
Walking out of
one
it
the best
going-
action thrillers, sci-fi thrillers of all time.
Like, again, like,
Genre defining.
genre defining,
Yeah.
like industry changing. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just one of those.
It is not Rebel Moon, though.
No.
I mean,
But
I just don't recall walking out and going, oh, that's amazing.
Right. It's back to Memento.
I can't believe that like 12-year-old you didn't think it was amazing as well. Anyway, going back, what I was gonna say was I did think the point at which Teddy said like, "You've already got them. You've killed them years ago or ages ago."
The whole reveal.
And yeah, the whole reveal was very kind of like offhand.
Yeah, because hang on a minute, that was
And
holy
then like,
shit.
what
yeah.
do you mean I've already killed it? And like, I almost wanted it.
You wanted like his whole world to come crashing down with that revelation of like, fuck. Like,
I thought it would have been much more interesting. I've always thought this. I thought it would have been much more interesting if his world had come crashing down.
Yeah.
And then he'd forgotten.
Yeah. And then you're like, that's the heartbreak of like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Like maybe a big fight, maybe he nearly kills Teddy and Teddy gets away. But the most that happens is he throws Teddy's keys away.
Yeah.
And Teddy's like, where's my keys?
And he manages to remember that Teddy's an ass long enough to write it down.
Yeah.
But he doesn't remember that Natalie is.
Yeah. Do you know what the other thing I thought?
Well, he crosses that out.
No, but like, you know, when she like basically like calls him a prick and he like hits her. And
Then she walks
leaves,
out and then comes back. Yeah.
That's like minutes.
Yeah.
But then Teddy does the reveal. There's the whole thing there. He's like,
Gets back
then
in his
he, like,
car
throws
and
the
goes.
keys, gets back in the car and remembers that enough to like.
So we should go back a second and explain.
Well, I guess it's what a short-term memory loss thing, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's not
I guess he
reliable.
could probably just, choose how short the short term is.
No.
It
but I
does
think-
seem to vary. Sometimes it's
does
very short.
initially
I was like, oh, it's whenever he goes to
Can
sleep.
he
It's
can he just
overnight.
choose to just forget things?
I don't think so, but I think maybe the fact that she was like out of sight, out of mind, whereas Teddy was very much.
I think
in
it. I
his
think it
line
also
of
maybe
sight.
something to do with sound because I think when she slammed the car door, he kind of jolts up, doesn't he? And I think that's where when he then forgets.
Yeah.
Because he's then because he's concentrating on the pen. Here's the car door. Boom. Suddenly he's now concentrating on something else. That's what makes him forget.
Do we just very briefly need to just go back over Dare We Try some of the plot? Just for, I mean, anyone that's seen this, they'll know and remember this film, won't they?
Yeah, but basically, in a nutshell, something happens to Guy Pearce's character. His wife is killed violently, and he is injured, and he gets short-term memory loss. So he knows who he is. He knows like his history, but he can't make any new memories. And he is trying to find his wife's killer. And he is helped by Teddy, who's his friend, and they're basically investigating, trying to find who he believes has killed his wife. It transpires throughout the film that Teddy is actually a police officer helping him, like unbeknownst. And at the end of the film, you find out that actually his wife wasn't killed in this incident. He got this head injury, and then his wife, kind of driven mad by trying to get him to remember, kind of tricks him into giving her a
lethal dose of
a
insulin.
lethal dose of insulin, yes. Which you find out by this character that he sort of invented in his mind.
He tells the
Sammy
story
Jenkins.
of
Sammy
Sammy.
Jenkins, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the colour sequence, which is going backwards, scene by scene, and then there's a black and white sequence, which is going forwards but
chronologically.
set earlier chronologically. And that's his conversations on the phone with who we realise to be Teddy, I think.
Yeah, it's Teddy, yeah.
And that's where he's mainly explaining the story of Sammy,
Yeah.
who is actually his own, which is
It's
actually
himself, yeah.
Which is like, I know there's a few different interpretations of exactly what was happening here, but that's like one of the
I
the
think the
widely
interpretation
accepted.
is that he is, because there's a very quick cut where you see Sammy Jenkins and it
in the
cuts
institute.
to him being in the institute.
Yeah.
So, and I think it transpires that basically Teddy and Lenny did hunt down the killer of his wife, or who he believed was the killer of his wife, got rid of him, but then Teddy saw an opportunity to make some money, so then kept setting up drug dealers so that Lenny would kill them, and then they would take the money, and then he would forget, and they would just do the cycle again. So Teddy is a bent cop, but
He's manipulating.
manipulating
Like everyone seems to be
Everyone
manipulating
seems to, yeah.
Lenny in this film.
exactly. And then there's sort of a love interest who it turns out is also manipulating him into, doing her nefarious deeds, and yeah, it's a bit of a head fucker of a film. But
I got three main issues with this film.
yeah. Before we hear your issues with the film, because there are issues with it, it's not perfect film. Jim,
Yes.
what did you think?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't know.
yeah, fair.
Actually, Sam, why did you put this on the mega wheel?
Because I thought it would mess with his head.
Okay, Jim, did this mess with your head?
I mean, like, little peek behind the curtain here. I'd said to Nick on the way, I'm really glad we had to postpone the recording because I fell asleep for the last 40 minutes of the film. So had we recorded when we were meant to be recording, fuck knows what I'd have come out with, because I was trying to Google the fuck out of this film to work out what I'd missed. Looked at what they were saying to me and I went, eh? So
of all the films that you should not come in to talk about, having not watched the last 40 minutes, I'd say this is up there.
I don't know what I watched for half the time because I was trying to work out what the fuck was happening, which I guess is what the film wants you to do. It wants you to be like questioning what the fuck is going on. And then by the time the end rolled around, I was like, okay, right, cool. They've tied up in a neat little bow and I can kind of then make sense of a lot of stuff. That was, I didn't pick up on the forwards and backwards shit, which, I really didn't.
But did you pick up that the main parts of the film were going backwards?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. No.
I mean, pick up on the
really
subtlety
confusing.
that the scratch on his cheek was getting worse.
Well, if it was getting... What? Well, if it was getting worse, that would imply it's gone forward.
No,
it's getting fresher.
Getting worse. It's getting closer to the point where it happened. No.
No, I just saw scratch on face.
Do you know what? There's
the
an
very
easy...
first scene in the film where everything literally does go backwards, where
Yeah,
he's killing
exactly.
Teddy.
And where he's also flicking the...
Yeah, but I was just expecting that to be one of those like, oh, how did I get here kind of moments, and then it
Right.
works back towards him killing Teddy.
Right.
I was expecting the end. I was thinking, what I've done here is I've seen the end of the film. How do we get here? That's what I thought I was watching at the beginning, and then obviously
it does.
and then as we cut, it explains obviously, you're my next John G. And then obviously as he gets to the end, I'm like, oh right, okay, so we're not. Okay, what the fuck was that? And yeah, so I've not a fucking clue for a lot of it what the fuck I was watching. Did I enjoy it? I think so. It was really well acted. It was all over, like Sam said, it was all over the fucking place. So I don't know how the fuck they edited this film. But yeah, it was. Got like Guy Pearce was great. What he says, Joe Pantoliano, excellent. What's her face? Carrie-Anne Moss, she was really good.
Also from The Matrix.
Yeah, I knew she was from The Matrix, and then obviously his wife, who I recognise from of all things CSI.
Yeah.
I can't for life me think of her name, but yeah,
She's in a few things.
Yeah.
I think
I still don't. I'm still trying to get my head around the film.
I think it's interesting to watch this, and then you realise that all the years later he made Tenet, and you're like, he really likes that sort of playing with forwards, backwards, time manipulation.
The Batman trilogy is kind of an outlier, really, for his kind of films, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Because obviously you've got Inception as well. That's one of his, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Dunkirk,
Prestige. I mean,
yeah.
you know, they all kind of follow a similar kind of vein of like big reveal towards the end of it, and what, you know, kind of what going up to it, and a lot of mystery and intrigue, and so
a lot of people still hold true to this being Nolan's best film.
I can see why. I get why people would laud this as like up there as his best work.
I definitely
get
think
it.
it's one of his most interesting films. Like it's definitely one of those films. It's unique, you know. And how many films can we say that about? Like,
yeah, true. I mean, like completely unique as well. Yeah.
There was loads of stuff like all the black and white scenes were going to be one section altogether.
Right.
It was going to be like exposition, kind of explaining it all, and like all the phone stuff, and then it was going to launch into it. But the fact it's kind of dotted in, and you're kind of peeling back layers of the character, it does just make it so interesting, doesn't it? And I think ultimately it's really interesting because it's sort of it goes backwards and forwards, but like it ends just before it begins, so it's almost like a loop of a film.
Yeah,
and it's just it's definitely a head fuck. But
that's one bottle of Lucasade Energy Cherry in. That's an energy fuck.
I think one bottle of cherry just came out. One of my guinea pigs is dead.
Jesus.
Right.
Don't say that too loud. We don't need your daughter panicking and running downstairs.
She'll die. So
Another one. Set up a chain reaction.
Liz passing out.
Go open that door, the cat's gonna be led with.
So you sort of enjoyed it, but you didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, when I got to the end, I was like, okay, right. You know, the big reveal moment. I was like, right, okay, we got all of that. But yeah, I wasn't really like, for a lot of the film, I was thinking, what the fuck is going on?
And you watched it about 1.5 times at this point.
Yeah.
What I find still so strange about you, Jim, is
just this one thing.
No, but in this instance, is one thing is you'll kind of watch this film and you'll be like, I know what's going on, but I quite like it. And then you watch Jaws, which is a really nicely paced, clear, linear, well acted, well scripted, tight film about this monster shark. And you'll be like, it's the fucking worst thing ever. And I'll be like, I don't get it.
Or you'll accept all the nonsense in Alien Earth, and then there's like one linear discrepancy in the thing, and you'd be like, well, that totally took me out of the film completely.
Yeah,
not
Alien
accepting
Earth's
it at all.
fine, but that dog couldn't have made it across 19 miles of fucking hell. It's just what I think's unique is your brain every day just goes, what am I going to think today? Like, it's not like based on any previous
There's no
thing.
consistency.
It's like Memento. It's like every day it wipes, and it's like, today I'm going to think, let's see.
But there is always this core consistency of like Gouty, Jim, you always come back to. You can rely on that.
Jim, what do we think of this film? What do we think of this film, Jim? Give me some cheese. Give me some cheese and I'll tell you what we think of this film.
May I just briefly talk about the 3 things that annoyed me about this film?
Yes.
Go on then.
Right. First one
Cool.
was...
So, Sam.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Did anyone feel like it... obviously, it's a year 2000 film. Did anyone think it felt a little bit 90s?
Yeah, I
couldn't tell you
I
what
didn't
it
realise it was year 2000 when I
Right.
I just put it on and I was like, "Oh, this looks old."
Right? There's something about... I don't know if it was the hairstyle. I don't know if it was... Even like the
suit that Lenny was wearing was like...
But more than that,
It wasn't like well fitted. It was like oversized, and it was like.
I mean, it felt very sort of Fight Club 7. It felt that kind of.
I felt like it felt more 90s than that for me because of also even like the dialogue. Just something about the way it felt a bit like 90s TV show dialogue. Some of it in some instances, just couldn't quite put my finger on it. But yeah, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but it did. Suddenly, I was like, okay, I'm in this era when watching it. The other thing I didn't understand, so hopefully you might be able to enlighten me, Jim.
Yes.
Is Natalie, obviously, you introduce her as a potential love interest, and it is indicated that they sleep together.
Yeah.
Her and Lenny, but we later find out that Lenny has not only killed Natalie's boyfriend Jimmy, he's fucking wearing
Jimmy's
suit and driving his fucking car.
Because she pulls up and she goes, "Oh, Jimmy!" Oh.
Yeah, so as soon as I was thinking back to all the rest of the scenes where I was like, why is she not like running, calling the police? I get that like she decides probably at that point to manipulate him once she finds out about his condition. But suddenly I was like, why are you sleeping with him? Why like?
It's because I think it's something to do with the money. Because there's a scene where she said something about this Dodd or something. He's coming after the money.
Because there's meant to be $200,000 in the boot of the Jaguar,
and because the real Jimmy's dead, she's obviously trying to, because he's got his car and his suit. She's like, well, he knows where Jimmy is, so therefore he must have the money. So she's obviously clearly going, well, he's fucked in the head. So let's manipulate this prick to tell me where the money is.
Because apparently that's why Teddy's always asking about the car, because he knows that $200,000 is in the boot of the car. That's why he asks about getting the keys. He asks about moving the car. He just wants to get the money, apparently. But yeah, that
all makes sense. Of course it does.
But I think my one problem with it is there isn't an ending to Natalie's story.
Yeah,
there isn't, is there?
But the sort of
she kind of just fizzles out of the film, doesn't she?
Because he like scares off Dodd. I think Dodd is a really interesting character in it. Because for me, he's kind of like not wrapped up in this. I thought it was going to turn out that Dodd was actually her boyfriend and she was trying to manipulate him to get rid of her boyfriend because he was abusive or something like that. But no, Dodd is just like this guy that's after them. I'm not in love with that part of the film.
Dodd clearly is Jimmy's partner.
Yeah.
So he's obviously after the money that he's lost through this.
Yeah. That's it though.
But that's all he's there for, is just to try and reclaim the money.
But what did Lenny say to him to make him drive away?
Don't know.
Not a clue.
Like, because maybe he said, Lenny, like, this guy's dead. What was the boyfriend's name?
Jimmy. Basically every character.
Well, maybe it wasn't Lenny that said something. Maybe it was Teddy, because they both drive off with him, don't they? They drive off in two cars, and then Dodd fucks off in his van, and Lenny gets back in the car with Teddy. Yeah. So someone must have got. Maybe it was Teddy that said something to him. I don't know.
Dodd the money.
So just to recap, guys, there's Lenny, there's Teddy, there's Jimmy, there's Natalie,
and there's Dodd.
Dodd is the
and wifey.
Oh, I'm Bert
and Sammy.
Who's Bert? Oh, the hotel guy.
The hotel guy.
Okay, yeah.
And
Sammy.
Bertie.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I do think it's actually a difficult one for us to talk about. It's not. We've all kind of liked it and are a bit confused by it. So I think as a podcast, it's going to be interesting for people to listen to it and be like, I think I need to.
Yeah, but I think that's. I think in itself, I think that there makes it a really good film, because it doesn't want. It's not a film that Nolan doesn't want you to walk through this film and go, get it. He wants you to come out of that film and go, huh?
Have questions.
Like at the end in Inception with the spinning top. He wanted you to leave that screen going, oh, it was wobbling. It was definitely wobbling. Mm-hmm. Oh, or no, it fucking wasn't. It was still spinning. He wanted that reaction from people, and I think he wanted that with this as well. He doesn't want you walking out of that film going, yeah, I followed that from beginning to end. This is clearly what happened from point A to point B. He wanted you walking out of that film and going, huh?
What I think is very interesting about the film, a little bit of trivia, is that 4 different endings were filmed, and on the DVD, every time you played it, a random ending would be selected.
Oh, that's cool.
Really? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
That is very cool. So I think one of the endings is obviously the one that we all saw, which is he throws the keys and then he goes and gets the tattoo. I think in one of them he takes the money and goes and does something with it. I can't remember all the endings, but yeah, there's 4 different endings, and I think they give you sort of 4 very different sort of conclusions to it.
That's cool. Different interpretations. It's almost. You'd think, given the complexity of. you could argue, were this film to run in a standard chronological order, it would be a very simple film with not an awful lot of story to it, really. Because it's backwards, obviously, and I think it needed to be simpler in terms of storyline for it to work running backwards and to give you half a chance to figure out what the hell's going on. But it's almost like it's a film that, because of its complexity, demands repeat viewings.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel any leaning towards wanting to watch it again. I'm quite happy.
I mean,
I've watched
I
it,
only
but-
watched it again out of pure necessity due to the fact that I fell asleep for the last 30, 40 minutes of
It's
the film.
really interesting because I think if it was just a straight chronological film, it would actually be very similar to Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Because in Shutter Island,
Yeah.
he is investigating this murder, what's going on, he's chasing this person, and it turns out that he is this person
Yeah.
within the asylum. Excellent film. Shutter Island.
Really good film.
Shutter Island's like in my top 10. It's brilliant. And I think this kind of is that film, but out of sequence and messed around and with the memory loss thing. So I think it would still be a very interesting story, but would we be talking about it 25 years later? Don't know. Don't think
I mean, would be, had we not watched it for the podcast, would we be talking about it now?
No, probably not.
It had, so as a film, has it?
I mean, two of you wouldn't have seen it.
well, yeah, exactly.
no.
So as a film, has it? It hasn't really passed the test of time, has it?
Well, I don't think it's fair to say that. I mean, it launched Christopher Nolan's career. People think Christopher Nolan is an excellent director that's done some very big things. People still think this.
Yeah,
is
what I
his
mean by
best
that is
work.
it's not really talked about, is it?
Well, I
You know, if you say Christopher Nolan, you don't immediately think Memento, do you? You immediately go Batman, Tenet, Inception. It's probably one of the last ones you think of is Memento.
I mean, maybe
Not for some people, I guess.
Yeah, maybe within the three of us because you two hadn't seen it. But again, film school. When I was at film school, obviously it was talked about a lot.
Film school. We're sending you off to film school, Sammy. Go and learn some good films for Sammy. Sammy, you're going off to film school now.
We also watched some questionable films as well.
Go take that 8mm, Sammy.
we studied a sequence in Phantom Menace, so it's not all good stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, great film.
Not great.
I think the prequels are harshly treated.
I think they're harshly treated, but no, actually, to be fair, I think Phantom Menace is better than people remember.
Yeah.
Clone Wars, rewatching it with my kids, and after about 20 minutes, they're like, Dad, what's going on? I'm like, they're talking about Senate stuff, all right? They're talking about how democracy's going to work. It's really, there's some dry shit in that second one.
I do think there is part of Memento where I think there is a select group of people out there who like the fact that they get it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean by that?
I mean,
Yeah.
everyone at film school.
Yeah, but like to say oh, you have to go watch Memento. Oh, you don't get it.
Oh, you mean to say you don't get Memento?
And I'll tell you why I think that, and also the third thing that maybe I feel like affected my full enjoyment of this film was literally the same day as sitting down to watch it, having a bit of a scroll, came across a clip of Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy or it looked like a pretty dated clip, in some kind of either DVD store or like a private collection, maybe Nolan's, like shelves full of DVDs. They're looking at all the films. And Nolan goes, they're obviously talking about Sean Connery films. And Nolan goes, oh, you haven't seen The Offense? You've got to watch it. It's Connery's best film. He's sublime in it. And from that point on, as is my right to form a lasting impression of someone based on a very short snippet
Christopher
of their
Nolan
personality,
has got quite a lot of affectation about him.
I thought you, sir, might be a bellend. And I went into the film maybe with a little bit of that hanging across my shoulders.
So you judged the film based on the fact that he might be a bit of a pompous bellend?
I actually think Christopher Nolan, by all accounts, is a very nice guy, but I do think he is a big film nerd, which can sometimes come across as...
He will be like the guy that no one's watched as many films in the room as he has, or no one could tell you as much about a director as he has. And I just went into it feeling like, just like maybe I feel like there might be a group of people out there who like think that this is the best film of all time, because we get it, guys.
So you think
We
he
get
made
the
this film to be a bit of a wanker?
No, I feel like he produced a very, very clever film, and it's very well done.
But I do think this kind of film does lead itself to sort of wankerishness.
There is some kind of smug sniffing of one's own farts happening somewhere here. Is all I'm going to say. There's some fart sniffing going on and going, that tastes sublime.
But then that's what I was kind of getting at the other day about, you know, when I was talking about like Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Because I honestly believe that like if people were honest with themselves, I don't think their Mount Rushmores would be their top fives.
You
top
reckon?
4. You know, because like I can understand that on Mount Rushmore maybe say The Godfather.
Yep.
And I love The Godfather, but for me it's not in my top 5. It's not above Princess Bride.
I get that.
And I think people need to own the fact that Princess Bride isn't as good as The Godfather, but they might enjoy it more.
Yeah.
And it's okay to enjoy a film, but not think it's as good as.
Sure.
But I think some people are like, well, I mean... It's
Unless it's Rebel
only
Moon,
really
apparently.
Sorry?
Unless it's Rebel Moon, apparently, because I'm not allowed to enjoy that.
Here we go. You enjoy what you want, mate.
You're allowed to enjoy it, but not more than The Matrix.
Yeah.
That's mental.
I mean, you literally just... Hang on, you just used yourself their own fucking example.
You're allowed to enjoy it, but I will...
There's a level.
You just used the same fucking example for Princess Bride and Godfather.
No, because I just said I like Princess Bride more. It is not a better film than The Godfather.
Well, same thing, isn't it?
No. You're allowed to like Rebel Moon as much as you want, but acknowledge it's a shit film you like.
I thought you were a Rebel Moon fan these days, Sam.
Well, I mean, the director's cut is excellent.
Absolute masterpiece.
He says...
To be fair, it's so crazy. You do have to watch the director's cut. I was explaining it.
Well,
to
Sam,
them.
remember, my junk will is set to be released at some point.
Oh, great! That's great. Be careful because he's gonna pick Hereditary.
Well, no, it all depends on if the wheel spins it.
I saw a scene from Hereditary the other day, and it made me go, "Nope."
I'm telling you, I'm reviewing the trailer, and that's
Man,
it.
Stop
that bit
it.
where he chases her up, she chases him up into the loft. The
that's,
fuck?
That's nothing.
What do you mean that's nothing?
That's nothing.
That's the scariest shit I've ever seen.
Sam, do we need to watch this? If it comes through, do we need to watch it together and hold each other's
'cause
hands?
You screaming will make me terrified.
Well, maybe we should all watch it together.
Can it be
I'll sit
during the
between you both.
daytime with all the lights on? No.
Curtains open.
On a
Let's
little
hope,
phone.
let's hope we've got...
Well, we've got Care Bears in the background.
Let's get to deepest, darkest winter. Cold outside.
Whilst
windy.
we're in a little blankie on a beanbag with a load of like squishmallows and soft toys around us.
Yeah.
Lights off, and then we switch.
And a nice little hot chocolate.
I will not watch it with the lights off. I'm telling you that right now. I will not.
Come on.
Well, that's a step above me where I'm still debating whether or not I'll even fucking watch it.
Oh man, it's just scary.
Right, have we got anything to do before we meatball this mother?
No,
well, yeah. Is there anything you would change? Obviously, Sam, you've alluded to the fact you have got some cast changes, but is there anything else you might change, or is there anything else that irked you a bit that you're like, ooh?
Well, so I do think. So my casting decisions and what I would change are just. I think it would actually make it quite interesting. But one of the things that I just wanted to sort of highlight was I do think Guy Pearce does a good job in this of never really making his character likable. Like throughout the film, you think like, oh, this could be a very sympathetic character.
Yeah.
His wife's been killed. He's lost his memory. But there's always something about him where you're like, I don't really like this character.
Yeah.
I don't really like this character. And obviously then at the end of the film, it kind of all makes sense. So I do think Guy Pearce does that well.
I know where you're going. Mark Wahlberg. I knew where he was going.
I'm not fucking going Mark Wahlberg. Okay. I'll tell you that.
You just made the man choke on air.
Genuinely.
His glass has been empty for 5 minutes. You've just made him choke on air.
He said unlikable.
Man, I don't know how that man keeps getting work. I genuinely.
Is it Christian Slater?
No. Well, no. Christian Slater is a good show.
I like that.
Well, let's do my recasting now.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
So I actually think this film would be really interesting as a British film.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
So I think this would be a really interesting British film because I think the kind of
Set
Almost
in Britain as well? Or,
in Britain. The kind of sort of the griminess of it. You know, like I can imagine that he's like in sort of like a flat in like high rise and kind of like, you know, he's kind of searching through these and like he maybe goes like an abandoned place. It felt to me actually it was quite good in kind of like a grimy Britain
More
kind
grit.
of thing.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about actors that could do it, and just like there's two that stand out, and I think when I said the second one, I think you'll both go like, yeah, fucking amazing. But for Lenny's character, for Guy Pearce's character, I think you all know this guy. I wanted to go with Dan Stevens. So he first came to prominence in Downton Abbey, but then he's in Legion, he's in Beauty and the Beast. He's kind of like...
yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of got
I think he's a bit too pretty boy, though.
But that's the thing. If you think this was planned to be for, like, Brad Pitt, and it was planned to... Then, like, Guy Pearce, obviously very attractive. I think him looking kind of like...
Yeah, but with Brad Pitt, did you really... In Seven, for example, did you look at Brad Pitt and think, pretty boy? No, because he was really dishevelled.
No, I think a lot of people did.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, they were like,
he's always been the pretty one.
dirty pretty
But I think the reason Dan Stevens would have been good is because I think he would do a really kind of like befuddled. I think he would do that quite well. And I could imagine him sort of being like, oh no, I can't remember, kind of thing. Like that kind of cocky arrogance. I think he'd do that really well.
Yeah.
And then
I like the choice.
For Teddy...
Oh, so you're only doing one. You've only got one for Lenny.
I'm only doing Lenny and Teddy.
Okay.
For Teddy, Stephen Graham.
Oh, come on.
I mean, yeah.
Right?
Of course he is.
Stephen Graham. Imagine that. Like, no, Lenny. Bang! Dead.
Yeah.
And then from that...
you're talking about, man.
Yeah. Come on, mate. You always fucking forget.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but
I'm in it for that.
Stephen Graham's just excellent anyway, though, isn't
He's
he?
so good. And I think what's great about Stephen Graham is...
He needs to be in more movies.
He's in a fuck ton. But what
Yeah, but I mean, like he does a lot of TV now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He needs to do more movies.
I think he's so... Like, I totally believe him as sort of the bumbling, friendly sidekick. And also the arch villain.
Yes.
And there's not many people that can play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, convincingly. You can love him in one scene and hate him in another.
Absolutely.
And I think you kind of need that for Teddy. So
I like
I'd
that.
said it in England, and I'd had Dan Stevens and Stephen Graham.
I like the grit. I
Yeah.
like the grit about...
I like it.
Do you think if Memento was made now, do you think there's a pretty strong chance Lenny would be played by our Gozzers?
Probably.
think
If
it's
you're
got
looking for,
Gosling written over it,
if you're
isn't it?
looking for that kind of
If it was
visual
like
appeal,
Drive era, I think it's got
yeah,
Gozzers
it
all over
probably
it.
has got Ryan Gosling written on it, hasn't it?
I don't know about
Can't
Ryan
think who
Gosling.
else you.
It'd
I mean,
probably make it-
probably be fucking Pedro Pascal to be fair. With how much shit he's in at the moment.
Yeah.
Fuck me, he's everywhere.
He'd be Teddy.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? Older. Fuck, forgotten his name.
Or be your man from who's in fucking the one in the Running Man remake.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? What's his chops? It might be him or something like that. You know.
But he's too physically imposing. I don't think Lenny's supposed to be really physically imposing. Every time I say Lenny, I think of Mice and Men now. But yeah, Teddy could be played by what's the name, the guy from Goodfellas, Pesci.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I like that.
That'd be good. Yeah, but that's it. I think it would be sort of a David Lynch English kind of film with a couple of I think
Super gritty, sort of
Yeah.
Londony, crimey. I think it'd work well in that setting for sure.
You killed your own wife, Lenny.
I mean,
yeah.
Stephen Graham's in the room. Right.
So
let's
so
meatball this.
Meatball this
Meatballs.
motherfucker. Who
Shall I
wants?
start? Because
Yeah, it was your film, so you should start off.
It's a really difficult one because I really like it. I think it is an excellent film. I think it's a film that everyone should see because I think it's just very innovative. I think it's unique. And how often do we say it's a unique film without it being like a truly sort of art house, Art Nouveau kind of film and stuff? It's not really that highbrow. It's a bit. I love my own farts, but not completely. But would I want to watch it on a rainy Sunday with the family? Probably not. I'm probably going to give it 3.5. I would say 3.5. I think it's important. I think it's excellent. I don't think it's Nolan's best, but I think as a first film, as a debut film, we were saying about Get Out being a...
Yeah,
I would
flipping
arguably
hell.
say that Get Out is a better debut film.
Yeah, but as
Memento
debut
is.
films go,
But
Memento's-
as debut films go,
it's not a bad effort, is it?
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Really, weirdly, sorry, just on a
Good try.
tangent, complete tangent.
Yeah.
But I was watching a documentary about Schindler's List the other day. Do you know that is technically a student film?
Really?
Really?
Because Steven Spielberg never finished film school, so went back and finished it, and for his final assignment, submitted
No.
Schindler's List.
That's not fair.
That's
Is it?
Schindler's
fucking
List.
mental.
Is a 7 Oscar-winning student film.
What are you?
That is mental.
What are you submitting for your final piece? Oh, I just filmed a lot of animals in my garden. Did some slow mo. I'm
Yeah.
really. What are you doing?
Schindler's List.
I'm just submitting this Oscar-winning masterpiece.
Who's in yours? Bob from next door. What about you? Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much has yours made in the box office? Nothing.
What's the
box office?
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
some money in a shoebox. Sorry, but that's it. Yeah, 3.5 meatballs for me. I think that is maybe a little low because I think it's a very important film. But yeah, it's me.
That's fair. Go on then, Nick.
Right, going straight in. I would give this 3 meatballs. I think it is great concept. I think overall it's well executed. I think it lets down a little bit at the finale and didn't quite get the. I think as well as it starts with the reverse sequence with the shot and all of that, I was like, this is going to be so
Third
good.
act problems. Were we saying
Third
that?
act problems, I would say. Yeah, even by the middle, I thought it was starting to lose a little bit of momentum, so to speak. And also I think this could have got weirder. I'd have liked a little bit like you were saying. You wanted more grit, more grime. I'd have quite liked this to have gone even more crazy, messing with your mind and making you really think what the fuck. So yeah, it's a 3 meatball film from me. Jim.
Okay. I might shock you, man.
Oh.
So as I've said, for the vast majority of this film, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
5 meatballs.
But like I also said, I think that's what Nolan set out to do. He set out to make a film that is going to get you talking, is going to get you thinking. Would I watch it again? No.
Same, I agree.
Or if I do, it's not anytime soon. It's no rush to watch it again.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed sitting there just mesmerised on what the fuck is going on. I agree, like you said, with the final ending. I think it lacked a bit of a punch. But overall, I think for what it's as a film and what it's set up to do, I think I'm going to give it 4. Wow. I think it deserves for what it's set out to do. It's we've all come in here going confused the fuck out of us. Yeah. So it's done its job. It's done it. The film has done its job of confusing you, giving you the talking points, and I've not disliked while I've been watching it.
But just to be clear, you did not clock that the whole of the film was going backwards.
No.
Okay.
Would have been 5 if he'd clocked it.
Because like I said, I spent the whole time anticipating Teddy getting killed at the end.
Can I just say?
So I'm not looking out for going backwards. I'm anticipating the beginning of the film being the ending of the
I
film.
feel like it started at the end.
You thought it was just a flash forward.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, one of my favourite little things in any film is in this film actually, and it's such a nice little moment, and it's where you kind of come into it and he's chasing Dodd.
Yeah.
And he's like, what am I doing here? Oh,
Yeah.
chasing this guy. And he's like, oh, no, being chased. That's such a
good.
lovely little...
That was really cool.
That's
That was
such
good.
a lovely moment.
Yeah.
And I think there could almost be like more of that. Because it does really well. The inner monologue is totally natural in this.
Yeah.
And like the scene where he like wakes up with a bottle and then goes in the shower and then Dodd comes in. Those moments are really nice. But like you say, I think more of like how that memory loss could have got him into crazy situations would have been interesting.
I don't know again if it's that 90s thing of just like the emotion level never quite ramps up above kind of just like
I think a lot of 90s films have problems with their ending though.
Do you think that's what it was?
I think they're like
a big.
I think executives, maybe they know that they only read the first 10 pages.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're like,
Yeah,
this is
fine.
fucking good first 10 pages. The middle, they might read that, so let's make that pretty good. They won't get to the ending.
Just like built up enough of like, there's enough emotional weight that could happen for it to be a proper gut wrencher at the end.
Yeah.
Like, especially where he's like, wow, like you know, he finds out again, and you're as the audience member are like really upset because you're like, oh my god, this is so sad. Like he's finding out again. Like this is heartbreaking. And then he forgets, and that's even more heartbreaking, but it just didn't quite hit like it should have, I think.
Well, speaking of gut-wrenching, should we throw me back through some gut-wrenching fear as we spin the Megan wheel?
Oh, let's do it. You're not doing a
No.
not doing a fast food.
No, it's not. It doesn't require it.
How many
Right.
of those are we going to like give you technically?
There's 5.
As many as I
Five.
fucking want.
5, and he's only used one.
As many as I fucking want. Thank you very much.
I think it's
With the amount of films you've got on this wheel, as many as I fucking want.
Right, okay, let's do it. Let's do the mega wheel. Okay, so yeah, lots of films still left on the mega wheel. Still some juicy ones that Jim's afraid of.
Do we keep going with season 2 until we get to Hereditary? That's my question.
I mean,
Maybe Hereditary would be the end of season 2.
Hereditary might be the end of us.
So for season 3, I'm thinking. I mean, this might be real. I'm thinking we go guilty pleasure films. You know,
I don't mind that.
I mean,
'Cause
I don't think that's really a list I'm going to be able to fill out.
well, every film that you pick would be a guilty pleasure. For
Yeah,
everyone
probably,
else.
to be fair.
But no, I think because like we say, because you know the greatest films does lend you to those kind of maybe more highbrow kind of films. But actually, maybe we want to watch fucking Hot Shots.
Yeah, or Cluedo.
Yeah, or Clueless.
Yeah. Come
Like,
on.
not
what,
even throwing shade. It's good.
what have we been served up by the Omega Wheel?
Well, probably a film I'm going to really enjoy. Because some might say we're going to go a little mad for some Mad Max.
The very first one.
1979's Mad Max.
Have you not seen the first Mad Max? I mean, I've seen
No.
it on the Meg Wheel. This is
That
this
is
a
my
different beast.
my
First
only
film.
interaction with Mad Max is Fury Road.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
oh,
Yeah.
You're not
shit.
even coming from having seen like the Thunderdome. No. Wow.
No, Mad
Wow.
Max and Mad
Wow.
Max 2 are
Wow.
not on my my list of films I've seen.
See, I would say that if we're taking Mad Max 1, 2, 3, and Fury Road as like the sort of the films.
Is two Thunderdome? No, that's like
No.
3.
No, 3 is Thunderdome.
Right.
2 is.
A lot of people think of 2 as 1.
I think 2 is probably the best because it's the one where you get into what you think of as Mad Max.
Yes,
'Cause
that's
Mad
it.
Max's 1 is just sort of normal day.
Yeah.
But Mad Max it's just sort of underrated, and I think it will be. Imagine seeing Mad Max, and then seeing Mad Max 2 in that order. You'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But having seen Fury Road, going back, you're going to be like, this is how Mad Max started. It's very different. It's very different. Don't expect.
Would you got any advice for Jim going into this?
Just
Don't
Would you
expect
like-
explosions galore.
Treat it as like a cult, almost like a cult B movie.
yeah, it's very much like do you know what? It kind of feels a bit like a student film. Kind of has that kind of feel to it. It's quite raw. It's quite kind of like low budget. You know, it's
So treat it similar to how I would Tremors.
yeah. Tremors is. I mean, it's better than Tremors, but it's kind of got that sort of unpolished feel about it.
Yeah.
And but not in a bad way. Just like a genuinely like. This is kind of cool, and you know, like, fair play that they managed to roll some cars and do these stunts and not kill people. And also just prepare yourself because there's a genuinely the thing that makes him mad in Mad Max. It's harrowing. It's hard.
Okay,
So yeah.
so that's what to expect next.
That is a curveball, isn't it? Going to Mad Max.
So, do we have an audio aperitif?
Oh, we do so.
Audio aperitif.
Right, we're at episode 22 of Audio Aperitif, right?
Are we now?
We are.
We've done that many.
The first season finished after 15.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go to 30. So you guys have got till 30, and then the winner of Audio Aperitif Season 2 will be announced.
Okay.
Will there be...
Will there be any more points on the board?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not at this point.
will the scores increase?
But more importantly, will there be a prize? I'm thinking crown, cape.
Yeah, for
Scepter.
the loser...
That's only because you're winning.
For the loser,
That's the
it'll
only
be a
reason you're-
fucking ass plug.
That's yeah, Nick.
We're going to start dropping points. At this rate.
I think this is Snow White.
Back to the Future again.
Jim, here's the actual answer.
Yeah, there's surely some sort of prize you're going to rustle up.
I'll
isn't it?
buy you a Twix.
You're allowed to pick any film for Jim to watch, any horror film.
I've got it. No, actually, if I could pick any, there's definitely some that go far, far further than Hereditary.
I mean, he'll be told to fuck off. But if I win, then you will be made to watch the Rebel Moon director's cuts back to back.
Oh, I can't help but think that's fucking heading this way anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Right, here we are. There is
Come
a
on.
theme.
Yeah.
Here is the first sound, or the first piece of music. Any ideas, gentlemen?
Not a one. It's very industrial sounding.
What kind of era do you think that sounds like?
Early 2000s.
80s.
So let's listen again.
Is that bit of brass coming in?
It's that
at
bit
the
of
end?
brass coming in.
That's given us the main motif, but we don't know what it is yet. Ooh. I've got something in my head, and I find it very hard to move away from it once there's little ideas.
Little nugget in there. You got anything, Jim?
No.
I'm gonna have to press you for it.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me have a little think. Let me have a thinky.
Is the theme related in any way to today's film? Is that too cheeky to ask?
I think you'll find it might be.
What was today's film?
Can't remember. Okay, guys, I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1.
Fucking Flight of the Navigator.
Terminator. But it won't be because it's got no connection to Memento.
You are so close, and you're gonna kick yourself.
Terminator 2.
It's Total Recall.
Oh! What's the connection?
What's the connection there then?
Oh, you won't tell us
Memory.
yet.
Okay.
Okay, so song, piece of music number 2.
It's a lovely little bit of music.
Lovely little bit of music.
Yeah, that one was like, that's so lovely.
I've got a guess,
Have
but
you?
it's probably wrong.
Yeah, same.
Are we ready, guys?
Yeah.
Here it is again.
Okay.
See, now, like last week, you were quite cheeky there. You were like, what's the connection? And I gave it to you, stupidly. Stupidly, I gave you it. Whereas I should let you work out for yourself.
Yes.
So with that being said,
Yes.
this film is 3, 2, 1.
A Beautiful Mind?
The Island?
Go on.
Guys,
What was it?
it's Finding Dory.
Oh, of course it fucking was! Oh, Beautiful Mind.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. Not Nemo?
No,
no,
because
'cause-
doesn't have a problem with his memory.
Dory's
Dory's
the
in
one.
it.
Fucking hell. Of
Of
course.
sequel.
Fucking hell.
Guys, you're not going to get this last one. Sorry. But there's actually very few films about short-term memory loss.
Is that really the
Oh, you've
connection?
specifically gone
Wow.
short-term memory loss, have you?
Specifically, short-term memory loss.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I will give you a clue with this one. It is a comedy film. It stars like iconic comedy people
Okay.
from around the...
Can I have a guess now?
Without
No.
hearing the music.
No.
I think
You
I know
keep it in your head.
All right. All right.
Are we ready?
I'm now going to be horrifically wrong, but I'm going to...
Here it is, the third and final piece of music.
You've been crying, your face is a mess. Come in, baby, you can wipe.
I'm just vibing. My guess is probably miles out of whack here.
Really?
I think I know the film.
Well,
Based
you know
on
what?
just based on the clue, I think I might know the film.
Here it is again for everyone at home.
You've been crying, your face is a mess. Come in, baby, you can wipe.
Such a vibe of a song, that, isn't it?
It's a good song, isn't it? It's a good song. So I think Jim, I think you've probably got it. So let's just...
I think. Well, I don't want to be too. I think I might. It's the only film I can think of.
It's going to be interesting. I do.
I might have the name of the film wrong, but
I
I
think
think
it's like-
I think I know the two actors you're talking about.
Some Adam Sandler film that I can't think of.
Well, I mean, that's pretty fucking close.
That's what I think.
Assuming it's the film I'm thinking of, he
3,
is one of the actors.
2, 1.
I don't know it.
Go
Happy
on.
Gilmore.
Is it 50 First Dates?
It is. Oh. It is 51st Dates. That's nice. You've pulled one back.
Put one back.
Yeah, but I needed only because of the clue.
What is it now? 10-4?
9-5,
No,
9-6.
9-6. Okay.
So you pulled it to within one audio aperitif. So that was it. So
Yeah, it's doable. Many more episodes
I
to
feel
go.
like I gave it away by telling you what the connection was.
Oh, it's quite helpful actually, Tam.
So-
And you did give us a big clue.
And I did give you a comedy.
It just
And
so
we still
happens. It just so happened I
mainly
knew.
fucks it as well.
It just so happened I knew the film.
Yeah,
I couldn't. Like Nick didn't have a clue, even with the clue.
that's true. But you did say an Adam Sandler film, which is eerie.
Just connecting the dots, guys.
So that was it.
And
So
still not getting it.
that was audio aperitif this week.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. So yeah, and of course, let us know how you got on over on our socials, or maybe even just sign up to our Patreon and just chat to us on there. Let us know how you got on.
Signing up to our Patreons.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Well, as you would so boldly put it, we're hitting the big time here, people.
Oh,
Go on.
Don't want to.
Hundreds, thousands,
Don't
tens
wanna,
of thousands.
Don't
one of
want
my
to.
favourite numbers in the world.
Go on.
Don't want to show
Yeah.
off here. But
Come on, hit me with it.
we got 4
What? Oh!
huge numbers.
It's good. I mean,
Huge numbers.
Do you know what though? Those you dear people are part now of a very exclusive club
yes.
of Patreon fans, contributors, members of the Casserole community.
And you will be some of the first to hear some of the exciting things that we are working on.
We are working on Patreon exclusive content.
And when we're ready to drop some details, we will.
Yeah.
But
Something big is coming.
all I can't really say much because I don't know anything about it myself.
Yeah. all we
Because
can
it is
say-
something that Sam and Nick have been working on. They are very excited about it. They've been giggling away about it for a long time. And because they purposely don't want me to know anything about it.
Yeah, basically, if you want something that is fun for fans of film and game and all the good hobby nerd stuff that we all love, and also Jim not having a fucking clue what's going on, then you're going to like this new content.
Yes, definitely. It's going to be up your street for sure.
Yeah.
So now is as good a time as any to be among the ones.
Could we say a quick thank you to those?
Yeah, quick thank you to Adam Mason Paul.
Adam, you're a good guy.
What a
Yeah.
legend. He's
One of the best.
to
One of the Masons.
to one of our friends from the
Adam is
Cod's Wallet podcast. Well, Gemma, she's a wonderful Patreon member as well.
Thank you,
Well done,
Gemma.
Gemma.
Of course, the legendary French Tom.
Oh, oui, thank you, Tom.
And one of my personal friends, Will, as well. He's also a Patreon. So thank you to the 4 of you that are just existing for a moment.
You make it possible for us to say thank you to you at this point in time.
It actually does mean an awful lot, though. Like for
does.
people
It
to have
absolutely
thought-
does. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but
we joke. We are joking, being self-deprecating about this, but it does still mean it means a lot.
Yeah.
to have enjoyed what we're doing enough to decide to go and donate that little bit of money.
Yeah.
It means an awful lot.
It does.
And we want to say thank you.
So yeah,
Thank you very much.
thank you, and yeah, just keep your ears and eyes peeled for the future. But until then, let's forget all about that, because I've been Jim. So goodbye.
I've been Nick. Goodbye.
And I've been goodbye, Sam.
Nice.
Movie casserole, casserole.